And Kyle Bochniak, very aggressive, closing that distance, trying to mitigate that reach advantage, and bobbing and weaving like Mike Tyson here.
Appropriate for New York. It's the right strategy, closing the distance on the taller guy.
Yeah, it certainly is. The difference is, in these two and the way they move, that Kyle Bochniak does everything very well, whereas Zabit is elite. He's elite in his movements, elite in his striking. It doesn't mean that Kyle can't crack him, but it means it's a tough puzzle to solve.
One thing though,
look at that side kick.
You don't get into a technique battle with a technician. You brawl him. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. And that's a smart move, I believe. Standing on the outside with this really long guy who's got fantastic striking is a terrible idea. But look how calm Zabit is.
That's it, man. The composure, the fluidity for a relative UFC newcomer, less than a year on the roster. Looks the part, man.
I think when you grow up in Dagestan, this is nothing.
Look, you ask what's in the water. They don't have any, okay? When you grow up and you're hungry and you're fighting to live, this isn't going to scare you, man.
Right.
Blood's in the water.
Yeah, 100%.
10 straight wins for Magomedsharipov. He has finished his last 8 victories.
Ooh. Man, Kyle felt that one. Look at his right
elbow went down.
That right arm immediately protected those ribs. Oh, nice. Oh, man, he is swinging for the bleachers.
So the experts to my right like the approach for Kyle Bochniak out of the chute. Just over 3 minutes to go here, round 1.
The composure and the technique is what's most impressive. Look at that. Spin into the right, the left hook, and then the right spinning back kick.
And look at the composure, just relaxed, seeing what's in front of him.
Like a world champion, really. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Went with the Sanchai. And some speed on that, too, baby.
And how many times does Sanchai recover and land on his feet? Not a lot. Love Sanchai, but he can fall and they'll start him up again.
Yeah, that's the difference, right?
Beautiful. Look him up, kids, if you don't know Sanchai Sir Kingstar.
Magomedsharipov, lifelong athlete, started freestyle wrestling at 10 years old. Coming up on 20 years of combat sports experience.
There's a big advantage with that reach, man. That is a frustrating thing to try to get in on a guy that tall at 145 pounds.
And look at all the head movement that was there early in the fight. All the head movement, a lot of it's gone away. That takes a lot of energy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of torso moving, a lot of bob, a lot of explosion. Look at the mark on the right side of his ribs of Kyle Bochniak from that left kick.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the round. Bochniak sticks the jab.
So far, Bochniak showing no fear, stepping forward.
He's a tough dude, 100%. Oh, Jesus. Look at that. Jumping switch kick.
But right back to his feet. That's the impressive thing to me. Not throwing it, the recovery's so fast. A lot of guys can throw that. You wind up on your butt.
Bochniak is essentially just bobbing and weaving, trying to punch, whereas he's got to close so much more distance. If he had a better kicking game, he'd be able to work that leg, especially that left front leg. Oh, man. Phenomenal high kick there.
Wrapped it right around that right ear of Kyle Bochniak.
It's the way he's doing it, too. It's so fluid.
When you talk to Mark Henry and Ricardo Almeida about this guy, they just light up.
You want to talk about an underrated coach. Mark Henry is one of the best of the best.
Fantastic.
And such a mind for fighting.
Well, the kicking game, big part of the repertoire for Zabit. He has landed 16 and counting here in round 1.
And Ricardo Almeida, decent jiu-jitsu, pretty good on that side of the spectrum. Got to give him some love.
Oh, man. This guy is so fast. And again, always in good position. Even if he misses, he's always ready to fire back.
And the hard part is getting ready for a guy like this. I need a 145-pounder who's almost 6'2" and this quick. You're not going to find this kind of sparring partners. You're just not.
Yeah, you're not. And if you find a guy who's as good as him on the ground, you're not going to find a guy who's as good as him on the feet and not as good in transitions. I mean, he's got a very advanced game.
Zabit thought about a late shot. Both guys connect in that exchange. strong 5 minutes between Magomedsharipov and Bochniak.
This for me, a guy who loves technique, this is a pleasure to watch a guy like this move around. The kicks of Zabit. Look at this switch kick. Dude, that's hard to do. And to do it, look at that, wrap that left leg around the head of Kyle Bochniak, and give Kyle credit for being a tough bastard because he took that,
You're starting
moving.
to keep bad distance. Okay, the bad distance is when he can set up and start to tee off. He doesn't like the pressure, but when you move forward, you've got to be changing levels up and down. Touch the body, then come upstairs because he's just fading. Pete.
Yeah, you got him with 2 punches, Kyle. Easy. You're not finishing with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You let them off the hook. The 1st, 2nd gets you in. 3rd, 4th takes them out, right? Remember that. Yeah.
Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. Great wrestling defense. Great wrestling defense. You probably won that round. You probably won that round.
And Joe, this is the first time you've seen Zabit live. I know you saw his previous fight, right? So
yes, I'm very impressed, and I was looking forward to this very much so, and it's living up to the hype 100%. And there is a difference when you see someone in the flesh, when you can gauge it with your eyes in real time, you go, oh yeah, you're looking at something special.
Yeah. Bochniak starting round 2 similarly to the way he started round 1.
I mean, he's as game as they come.
And Bochniak's corner advice wasn't wrong. Get in there, you're at the wrong range. Hit him with more than 2 or 3. You got to throw a lot of combinations to get inside on a tall guy, but easier said than done.
Was Bochniak just taking a page out of Max Holloway's book there?
I think he did. He asked him to stand right in front. And Zabit's like, nah, I'll just kick you in the ribs, dude.
Don't expect a fighter from Dagestan to get all emotional on you.
Yeah, look at that beautiful duck under.
Man.
Oh, man. And again, Zabit can do this just as well as he can strike. This is what's crazy about this guy.
And when they're this close, you see the size difference. Zabit is a giant at 145.
Yeah, just really unusually built. Look at that, kick that leg out, gets the hook, triangles it up behind his knee. Woo, man.
Great mat return. Great mat return.
Oh, man. This dude is so good. He's so good, man.
That easy transition, body lock to double leg. A lot of people would have gone high and given that up, gone back to the clinch. He immediately changes level.
And we have to realize that we're looking at a guy who's only had 2 fights in the octagon. This is his 3rd MMA fight in the UFC. And he's yet to face world-class opposition. But what you're seeing from him is world-class talent.
Right. Well, and largely a lot of the world-class competition doesn't want much to do with this guy.
Yeah, he's a very avoided guy, and you're seeing why. And again, me watching it at home, I was impressed. But me watching it live, I'm like, oh, okay. It's everything. It's the way it's all glued together. It's not just the kicks and the punches, it's the way they flow together.
The people who really follow this sport were thrilled this fight moved up.
Right.
Yes.
I was personally like, man, you got to see this.
Yes.
I was telling everybody I knew, you got to see this and tune in early. Now it's on the main card.
And again, I like the fact that Bochniak is the one that's fighting him, because this kid's a stud. Look at him.
Bochniak dropped in the hands.
That's craziness. Pointed at his chin, come get it.
He's an animal. Oh, and he tagged him with the right hand there. He just doesn't have enough weapons. His wrestling's not as sharp. His punches are his main weapon, and he doesn't complement them enough with kicks.
But what he does have, he's throwing.
Yes.
A lot of pride behind that.
And what he does have is heart.
Yeah.
Unquestionable heart. And this dude is trying to win this fight. He's just a little outgunned right now.
2 minutes now to go in this 2nd round.
But a lesser fighter, I'm sorry, would be showing physical surrender at this point. You know, backing up, going, man, just want this over with. Kyle Bochniak does it. He wants to fight.
Right. A lesser fighter would be trying to avoid damage. Kyle Bochniak is wading into the fire. Look at that. Hands down, cocky. I mean, he's trying to goad this guy into a war where he gets him. Oh, come on, son.
Too good.
Come on. But look at this. Bochniak fighting off his back, grabbing a hold of that wrist.
You sound almost disappointed, Joe.
Woo.
How did they do that? That's
No,
great
that was
stuff.
like, come on, like I'm confused.
That is, I gotta learn that. That's what that says.
That was beautiful.
Going back to the gym.
I'm 100% gonna watch this fight and see that again afterwards.
It's not there. Armbar's just not deep enough. Hips aren't in the right place. Going to Maplata,
But he used it to get back up to his feet. Bochniak's an animal.
Some pretty significant swelling now that Bochniak will have to deal with. Less than a minute here to go, round 2.
But like Zabit does not have to worry about leg kicks. Zabit does not have to worry about doubles. You know what I'm saying? It's like Bochniak is a tough dude, but he just doesn't have a well-rounded arsenal.
Not a submission threat per se.
There's a takedown attempt.
way
easily
too far
stuck.
outside. Way too far outside. When you have to worry about 2 weapons, your opponent has to worry about 7. It's a different kind of fight.
Yeah. Oh, look at that spinning back fist. Oh, caught him with a knee, stepping in.
Bochniak just out of range with that right hand. Still trying to close the distance. Zabit sticks and moves.
Man. Oh. Man. That last one cut the forehead very badly. Look at Kyle Bochniak's forehead.
And it was caused by the volume of strikes, everything working out for Magomedsharipov. Look at this mat return, beautiful stuff. And look at this outside trip, man, gorgeous. Right to his back. Look at this beautifully timed knee right to the jaw. A lot of fighters would be quitting, would be folding, would be thinking about their next fight, but not Kyle Bochniak.
Yeah,
Don't do
Bochniak's
it.
an animal.
I need more punches, and I need your feet to come with you. Okay. I need the feet, and straighten that right hand out, Pete.
Wait a minute now, right, Kyle?
Yeah.
You gotta move your head before you punch this time. This is where the difference is.
Move your head before you punch.
It's right in the way. You gotta dip, and then you gotta rip. Slip and rip, baby. Slip and rip. Move your head before you punch.
Make it happen, Kyle. Make it happen, Kyle.
The Gloucester, Massachusetts native Kyle Bochniak, one tough customer, and some pointed advice there, guys, I would think, from John Clark and Peter Welsh.
I mean, they're doing what they can to get their fighter tactically back in this fight. His heart's there, his guts are there. Tactically, he needs to find his own offense.
Yeah, listen, I'll take this over everything else. You can teach a guy skills. You can't teach a guy to be this. What Kyle Bochniak is a savage. Look at him. The kid's taking a beating for 2 rounds, gets off his chair and gives us a Ric Flair.
And now that forehand leaking pretty good for Bochniak.
There's another one.
You want to be the man, you got to beat the man. That's what Kyle Bochniak's trying to do.
This kid has a very, very strong mind. There's no question about that. He just doesn't have all the weapons. He's got good hands, but he's at a reach disadvantage with a guy who's more explosive and crisper technically. And he doesn't have a lot of kicks. Oh, man, look at that.
Perfect timing on that. Caught him coming in with a spinning kick and shortened up on it. Bent his leg just enough to catch him on the chin.
Look at that. And timed that perfectly. But you're just seeing such a well-rounded arsenal from this guy.
I'm telling you, this fight is worth the admission price tonight.
The oohs and ahs reverberating throughout this Barclays Center. Bochniak thought about grabbing the fence there, thought better of it.
And you haven't seen any of that. Why won't this guy go away kind of frustration?
Right.
He always resets. Zabit never seems to get demoralized by the fact that he's throwing a lot of punches and his opponent's still in front of him. He's still very, very focused. Both these guys, unbelievably strong mentally.
Yeah, I think Zabit is showing just an overall well-roundedness. Mentally, physically, very, very impressive. I want to see him against a top 10 contender next.
I think everybody does, Joe, after this.
And he's trying to talk to the referee. Look, Kyle's like, come on, man, he's not doing anything. He's trying to con the referee into letting him stand up.
He's in bad position, he knows it.
And despite the beating, Bochniak would appear to have plenty left in the tank.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Turns around, and nope. Denied.
Just sticky with the takedown. Top pressure right after he takes him down, doesn't let him off the hook.
Already 10 shots in this fight from Zabit Magomedsharipov. He has landed 6 of those takedown attempts.
And we would not be seeing such a well-rounded overall game if it wasn't for the heart of Kyle Bochniak.
Yep.
The fact that Kyle is hanging in there, it's making Zabit pull out everything he has and show us his full game. That's what's so exciting about this. It takes 2 to tango. Look at that. Just everything he's got to get up.
And Zabit stays right on him.
Right on him.
And perhaps Bochniak thinking if he can survive these final 2 minutes.
He shook him off. Look out for the leg, though. Peel that leg away.
And look at beautiful stand-up, wrist control, great wrestling stand-up. Bochniak trying to keep that physical pressure on. He's got to pull him back to get anything done. Has to free his left hand.
Zabit must be very strong to be able to hold on to that arm
with
so long
one
with
hand.
one hand.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Four-time Russian champion in integrated combat, making his 3rd UFC appearance here tonight. He has been must-see TV every step of the way.
Look at that.
Pretty good level change there. Bochniak snuffed it out, though.
He's showing some signs of slowing down. He's human with a minute to go.
Yeah, check the clock there. It reads 1 minute in this 3rd and final round.
If Bochniak was going to turn it on and get this fight back, it's got to be now in the last minute. Like you said, Joseph, first time Zabit has looked human.
Brooklyn crowd getting behind these 2 warriors.
Bochniak coming back. Zabit looked at the clock again.
What a rocky story this would be. Only 30 seconds left.
Deep breath from Bochniak. We'll see if he's got one final flurry here.
Bochniak coming on strong. He connected with that right hand. Oh!
Spinning from Zabit.
Look at this. Oh! This is crazy.
What a fight! They are standing and cheering at Barclays Center. Zabit Magomedsharipov.
We're all standing up.
Turn in a classic.
That was a pleasure.
I don't see anyone sitting down right now, and they shouldn't be.
Woo!
Incredible.
That was amazing.
And maybe Kyle Bochniak will get an extra 50 G's for his efforts seemingly in defeat tonight, but you knew Zabit was the real deal, and you got to think Bochniak's fan base is going to swell as well after this one. What a fight.
That was amazing. That was amazing from both guys. And here's Zabit with a beautiful left kick to the body. Here's that switch kick. And Kyle showing good defense there. There's that jump spinning back kick to the chest. And here's one of the takedowns. And look at this beautiful trip. I mean, come on. The timing in that was phenomenal. This guy really, truly is special. Here's the end. What an animal Kyle Bochniak is. After 3 rounds of going to war, he's still pouring it on with seconds to go. Absolutely phenomenal fight.
You want to be fight of the night? You got to top this. And that's going to be hard to do.
And could you imagine if that had been the first fight of the night as was initially scheduled, as fight week began?
It's all I would be talking about right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling, every fight we'd go, man, we'd be referencing it every minute of this card.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 29-28, 30-27, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision,